Hey guys, welcome to this new segment of the podcast where we, discuss or give you guys a quick recap of, the weekend or like a series of games in the Premier League, also in the NBA as well.
Yeah.
The idea is to focus on, a group of games and give our takes on, what we expect the outcome to be in the next couple of weeks. For example, with the Premier League right now, who do we expect to win it all? Like, we've seen Arsenal play City this weekend. I think right before the international break as well, we saw Liverpool play City. So what did you guys think about, where the title race is after this weekend? And yeah, what were your thoughts on some of the other games as well with Liverpool and the other contenders, I guess, that
Yeah.
could that could be potentially
Um,
I feel like Arsenal is in the race, so I feel like I should talk
for sure.
because I feel like Chelsea has a part to play at the end of the day because they're still playing Arsenal. But one thing I kind of like realized like on my drive here because I was in mad traffic coming here. Um, the title race because they were hyping up this Arsenal and Man City game with so much hype was everywhere. It was like the winner of that game is going to win the league technically.
Hmm.
As I was hyped, and it just made me realize how power has really shifted in Premier League because Arsenal still literally has Chelsea, Man U, and Spurs to play. So how does if Arsenal wins City, how's that doing? That doesn't really mean anything. We still have people that are juggernauts of the Premier League, but it felt like the media is already looking at them as they're no longer juggernauts, but they are. But I don't know. It's just kind
no,
of
but
weird how
I mean,
but power has definitely
I
shifted.
think I think it's fair though in the sense that in all reality, all things being equal, none of those teams should give you problems.
Yeah, but
Like
yeah, I
like
agree.
like Chelsea, like
Mm,
it's like the Chelsea that just Chelsea that can't be Burnley with a red card is who is going to go away to Arsenal and win. Like
No, we agree. I agree what you're saying, but I'm just saying like it kind of shows like how like the times are. Because you
yeah,
wouldn't show me this 3 years ago, and I'll be like, bro, Arsenal still has these teams to play.
yeah,
But now like people are they're overlooking those
yeah,
teams,
yeah,
yeah.
and but I still feel like because it's still Arsenal. Like we're not Man City or like these are our rivals. These teams are our rivals, and I feel like if anything, Arsenal has a worse, few
yeah.
more
I
games to
think I
come,
think yeah,
and they're the ones that could actually drop
yeah.
something.
I think to your point, like the running for Arsenal would be challenging because teams like United, teams like Chelsea, teams like Spurs, Chelsea and Spurs especially, probably don't want to see you win the league. So Chelsea, as trash as we are, like we'll do everything in our power to make sure Arsenal drop points.
And we were going to
Spurs,
Stamford Bridge.
no, you're going to because we
Really?
play no, we play Stamford Bridge. I think that's wrong. Like we play Stamford Bridge. You guys
Have,
play 2-2, can't you remember? You came Stamford Bridge,
yeah.
yeah. So you already play Stamford Bridge. So it's welcome to Emirates. So chances that we're getting pipes in that game, but again, Chelsea would go to that game wanting to take something off us now. You guys are playing Spurs and United away, and I
Hmm.
feel like those would be your truly
Yeah.
tough games um to go. But yeah, I feel like City and Liverpool have the better run of games. I feel City have the easiest run of games. And then one thing to definitely point out is everybody has Spurs. So Spurs are actually in a position
To hand the title.
to affect how this is going. If they decide to lose to one of those teams and beat the other two, then that's like major advantage. But I think the City Arsenal game was a little bit underwhelming. But
Definitely.
I didn't really expect different because I don't think any of those teams wanted to lose, so they would rather have gone like the
Safer route.
safer route.
I didn't think it would be that like
Yeah,
tactical,
yeah, yeah,
right? Because I mean, it's two teams that want to win the league that are going against each other. It's kind of like it's not a decider in the grand scheme of things, but typically when you're looking for the team that wins the league, they probably win one of those games, right? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I mean, Arsenal already beat them at home, but City, for example, like I didn't expect them to come out and play that way. Like, I just thought there would be more goals, more shots on target. Like,
But I feel City were trying to though. But I feel Arsenal came with a plan to like be very compact.
Yeah, Arsenal was like, we're not letting you score.
Yes.
So,
So I
but
feel so. I
we're
think
going to play on the
I think
counter.
City wanted to play that way, but Arsenal like they weren't letting them
yeah.
play that way, right? And also City have like compared to like other seasons, they've not had a great record against top six or like the traditional top
We
six
have a
this
good
season.
record against Arsenal.
But they've
No,
lost to you.
no, but you're saying
and
as opposed to
tied.
other seasons.
I'm saying like this season compared to other seasons, they've lost to you once
yeah,
and
They've
tied.
tied Liverpool
They,
twice.
I think Man U is the only team they've beaten part of the traditional top six quote unquote. Like they tied Chelsea with Chelsea twice. Liverpool, they've not beaten Liverpool. They've not beaten Spurs. So it's just like again, these are games that City would win at least one of the, call it legs or ties, but I guess not so much just
Tired
this
legs,
season.
tired legs.
Yeah, for sure. After the treble, it's hard to
Yeah,
Like,
but
come back off that.
I guess on that note, before we quickly just I guess take our picks on who we think would win. I mean, you guys, your teams are in the title race, so I think it's easy to
yeah, it's obvious.
see
I'll say my team.
Yeah,
You say his team.
but in terms of, I guess maybe just quickly touch on United and the Chelsea game, just how that went. Like Chelsea couldn't beat Burnley after going 1-0 up and Burnley going one man down, and then you have United as well, who the game ended up being 1-1. Like Brentford almost killed them. They somehow
Literally.
got lucky, scored a goal, and then somehow
Still conceded.
conceded like within like the next minute, right? So I feel like those two
I
games
just
were very
love watching
interesting.
Man U football. I just love it. It's just so entertaining.
Yeah, but even today, one thing I said from the start of the season was that I can't pinpoint what Man U's identity is. Like,
Yeah, that's why I like it. It's like it just reminds me of like secondary school football. These niggas are just going there to ball.
and if they get a chance, they score. Like,
yeah, anything goes,
And
man.
they concede a lot of shots.
I think they've considered the most goals this calendar year or something like that. I saw a start around
Considered
that.
a lot of shots.
And against a team like Brentford, like there's just too many attempts at goal today. Way too many for a team that's, I don't know, trying to make it to Champions League or even just Man United, for example. Like, why are you considering that many shots against a team like Brentford and then you end up tying with them? I don't know, it's all shambolic, man. Literally, like there's no positive outlook from that kind of game.
In my opinion, like Man U just needs to move forward from Ten
It
Hag.
is, yeah.
I don't know why the fans keep forming. Oh, we support our manager because
He has those moments. He has certain moments where he's done.
He's a Spurs
decent job,
manager. He's
probably.
like an Everton
But I feel,
manager. He's not a Man U
but to
manager.
that point you're making, Jose, I think it's just his first season that he's been good. After that, like I feel like he has just struggled. And what I mean by that is like just going on a game by game basis in
Yeah.
terms of like see Chelsea for instance. And I feel Chelsea and United are very similar in the sense when you watch them, you're just like what's going on here. The only reason United are ahead of Chelsea is I feel they're just certain games where they've just been luckier to just
Edge it out.
edge it out and get a point and get 3 points, and for that reason they're like maybe 4 or 5 points ahead of Chelsea and like we have a game in hand and things like that.
To add to that, I'll say Chelsea have been horrific in front of the goal. Like if Chelsea finished more chances, because there's a point where I think Holland had like a decent run where he was putting in goals and they were winning those games. Chelsea haven't had any player just constantly except from Cole Palmer, who has like almost every other game he's either scored or assisted.
I mean to the point you're making, definitely like our biggest problem is finishing this season, right? Like when you're looking at XG and all that stuff, right? All the teams at the top of the league right now, like the top 4, top 5, are all top in those categories.
Yeah.
And Chelsea is part of that. So meaning if we're
Finish
converting
their
chances, we would easily be in top 4, top 5 at the worst, right?
Yeah.
Which is I think Poch mentioned that in one of his press conferences, but it pissed me off when he mentioned that because I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're not in no position to be saying, oh, if you look at the numbers, we would be fourth, we would be in the top 4. But I'm just like, bro,
Around
like,
finishing chances.
he didn't say finishing chances, he just said the numbers. But I know like him saying the numbers,
He's
that
referring to-
he's probably referring to like those stats, right? But we've just, to your point, we've just been bad. Like even the game we drew with Burnley, I don't know if you saw Sterling's chance at the end. I think it was Sterling, like the header.
Sterling has been.
The header was just like, bro, it was empty post, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Jackson, like, but yeah, that's been the story of Chelsea.
And that's
But
why I wish you guys continue that story when you face us, so that we'll just
I hope not.
you.
That's the one
You
game
guys
that.
to walk over and move on.
See, if us,
Ideally,
+3.
with all things being equal, we should be getting our guard of honor by like game week 35 from Man U.
I'm sorry, but
Man U does the clap for
that's
us.
not happening. But see, if we're going to finish in the bottom half of the table and the price to pay is why the ones that take the points from Arsenal to no win Prem, sign me up.
Obviously.
Sign me up,
man.
but yeah, I
I feel like
think
this is going to be really exciting though. Like the end of the season,
for
yeah.
sure.
I want it to be this close to like the last 4 games.
yeah.
Why
yeah.
aren't people looking at Aston Villa?
I don't know why. That's what I'm about to say.
Aston Villa are pretenders.
Yeah, but they can also affect it because they're playing Liverpool and Arsenal.
But again, it's like in a game, if you're approaching a game like a final, it's just hard for me to consider Aston Villa like a team that can
They're
stop
not.
me.
So the idea is, currently, they're not contenders. Are they in the position to be contenders? Yes.
Yeah, I
Aston
know.
Villa,
Contenders for what?
the Premier League.
I thought you meant like could affect the
They're just talking about their position on the table.
They have 59
Yeah.
points as of today,
They're
which
not-
is
they're not-
probably like 7 or
59?
8.
Yeah?
It can't be 7 or 8 points behind that.
I don't think they can be that close.
These
They
guys
are
don't
that
check-
close,
these guys
actually.
Don't check their stats, guys.
I mean, they have one game ahead though.
Listeners,
Exactly.
these guys don't check their stats.
I'm not in title race, so I don't have any reason to be checking.
I'm
checking the
I'm
top,
updated. I'm up
to
to
be checking
date.
the top half. But again, I just still don't see them as that team that.
They're not contenders. But I'm just telling
No, I'm
you.
saying like even in terms of like where it's just like Liverpool have Aston Villa coming up. Like I think
Well, they don't have anything to lose. I hate playing against teams like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Aston
Okay,
Villa,
but they-
they're in a position right now where they literally have nothing to lose. Like if they end up in the Europa League, they're fine with that. So
Fair
every
enough.
game is guns blazing, going out crazy. Like what's the word?
And they're now actually playing every team. They're playing every single team there. They're playing Man City. They're playing Man U. And
So what is there to lose realistically? Why not just go out
if they
and
win all 3, they'll damage the
the title race would be
but
crazy?
but if they win all 3,
They'll be first.
then they would just neutralize. Like they literally would not matter if they win all 3. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like if they beat all 3 teams,
okay,
it's just no
fair
one
enough,
gain
fair
points
enough.
on
No
them,
one
so
really- yeah.
it's just going to
They will
nullify.
gain point though.
Yeah, but only 3 points
Yeah.
closer. Do you get what I'm saying?
You don't win games by 0-0. You win games with goals now.
But I'm saying like
That would affect
no, but for
you now.
okay,
It will definitely disrupt a lot of things if
yeah,
they were
it's
to
true,
win.
but I'm saying like for instance, and imagine everyone else wins every other game,
And
but the only person they lose to is Aston Villa. Like that's not going to like
yeah.
you
True,
know, it's not going to
obviously.
really dent
But
anything.
it will be 2 points. Like there will be 2 points behind Man City. But I get what you mean.
But anyways, I think to wrap this segment up, what do you guys think?
So in the Premier League.
Yeah, like I don't know.
no, but
So you
Andrew,
think you
realistically,
think Arsenal will win it? Like genuinely?
I'm an Arsenal fan.
No, I'm not asking if you're a fan.
There's
I'm
nothing
asking,
you can say.
I'm talking
logically and realistically, I know you like giving us 2 takes. So give us this one.
Okay, logically, I'll say obviously it's Man City. They have the wherewithal to do it again if they want to. I feel like if Pep wants to, this is something Pep has done multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
He has gone on these runs where
And they have the easiest.
run of games.
Yeah,
Games.
it's all in favor for them, and all their players are coming back from injury now. I think things are going
Coming
well
back.
from
because they
players-
just
the
had
key
3
that they
players.
need.
They just had 3 players.
Damn,
getting
they actually have the
injured.
easiest run of games.
Yeah. So I feel like logically or realistically, I'll go with them. But also, I'm also looking at it this way. They're also still in all the competitions. They're still going for a treble. I feel like that could hurt them. So ideally, I'll say person that has everything going well for them to get this
Yeah.
is Arsenal.
I think it comes down to the wire, honestly. But
I think it comes down to the wire, but I also think it's Arsenal. Logically, I'm actually being real now.
Fair enough.
I feel Arsenal will get kicked out of the Champions League and will have nothing else to lose. And this is all they'll be training for every week, and they'll go further than other teams, than
Yeah.
most City and Liverpool.
because if it goes down to the wire, all 3 of these teams are playing at home, and Liverpool face Wolves, which I don't know. I don't think they have any vendetta against us. Like they couldn't care less. City plays West Ham, which is, I don't know, just typically a difficult game for any team. Like for
Yeah,
any team
West
in
Ham is good.
West Ham is just good enough to win against anything. I think they have a decent record, if I'm not mistaken, against City. Not a good record, but they've put up a fight most times. And Arsenal play Everton, which is not the easiest of games, which they should win. But again, title decider, Everton probably don't want Arsenal to win. So who knows? But I think I'll go for Liverpool in this case. Honestly, the run of games aren't easy, but I think we can get it done for club.
Yeah, I feel like Klopp will just manage maybe another cup, another trophy
Mm.
or something. I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to get. And maybe Europa League.
I mean, we got one already, so
Yeah, I think that one is okay. I think that's why I'm saying if Arsenal gets eliminated in the next round, I think they'll win Premier League. But if they don't get
in Champions
eliminated,
League.
yeah, if they don't get eliminated in Champions League, and they try to still doghead both of them, and yeah, we don't have the squad depth to do all that. So that's why I was going with City initially.
I think me personally, I would go with Liverpool. I think Liverpool
Yes.
just because Arsenal have, and I'm not even looking at the other competitions because Liverpool are still in Europa, City are still in champs, Arsenal are still in champs, right? So I feel like that kind of cancels out for everyone to a certain extent. Obviously, I think Klopp probably cares less to win Europa. He'd rather win Prem. So Klopp is the kind of guy that would not, that would manage his players in a way where he's not killing them for Europa. So there's that, and then with Arteta, I just find it hard to believe that Arsenal don't drop points against Man U, Spurs, Chelsea. Like I genuinely think they might drop points in two of those games, one way or the other. And then with City, I think their injuries right now might affect them. So
Mhm.
I think honestly that's just my reason of like why I think Liverpool would kind of win. And right now, I mean they have the advantage of 2 points as well, which
Oh yeah,
which
that's
which
true.
which we have to which we have to factor in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's my pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, we can just wrap up this segment here, and yeah, we'll let you guys know when we're doing more of these. Ideally, like we want to capture certain moments that like I mentioned earlier in the episode, like we just want people to be aware of like things that go on over like a span of time, especially over the weekend. We're gonna do some of these for like the playoffs as well in the NBA, where like there's the
Yeah.
first round of games, the first series, things like that. We just want to capture
Yeah.
some of these moments
Yeah,
in like
and
a
even
quick
for
segment.
Champions League, the Champions League is coming up, so
Exactly.
we definitely will be doing this as well for right after the first leg games and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, let us also know what you think. Who you think will win the Premier League at this point. Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for listening up until now.
Thank you for